Alright, hello, we're back. Time for me to do an audio check. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. A, B, C, D, apple bottom jeans. Okay, audio's fine. Time to see who's gonna reject us. Again. Okay, but we have unlocked 4 images in the gallery. Hooray. Alright, time to play. 1 player, first term, full game. We already know about this. How about this time we'll go with this guy. Yellow. Okay. Okay. And then all the characters. Okay. We're gonna not choose Vera's options. And hopefully we don't get her. Okay. What is your soul emoji? Snowman, Blizzard, Octopus, Caucasian, white guy with turban. Because fuck just stereotypes. We'll go with that. You wish you were raised by a mysterious old man who saved me from the streets in order to raise me as his disciple in the ancient ways of red DJing. A pack of wild wolves who also happen to be tech moguls who own some of the most profitable companies of Silicon Valley. They would be kick-ass role models and wild wolves. Sick. A really progressive marriage between a kick-ass venomous snake and an actual fire. I love fire and I see no issue with being raised by it. I guess the middle one? The world will end tomorrow. What will you do today? Okay, I always party as if there was no tomorrow, so who cares? 100 push-ups. No, 200 push-ups. They always tell you the world is ending. I'll profit on other people's hysteria. It's okay, we invented the apocalypse to take care of the overpopulated population of commoners. Nobody ends the world but me. I'll end the world today. I'll finish my novel. Whoever comes after the end should know my legacy. Let's see. I guess we'll party. Oh, so okay, we're getting the Polygeist or whatever her name is.
Alright.
Alrighty, let's see. So we need to work on our charm, our boldness, our charm, and fun. So which one's boldness? The bathroom. So we'll start with there. That day you skip class and just hang out in the bathroom because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn. By skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms, you gave 0 shits, but you gained +2 boldness. And here comes Liam, ranting to anyone who will listen about the feelings of living flesh. I have such pity for creatures that have to costume things other than blood. Grocery shopping, cooking, chewing, it's a nightmare. No wonder there are so many fad diets. People don't want to have to choose what they eat. Have you heard of Matryoshka diet? You eat a tapeworm, and then you eat a bigger tapeworm to swallow that tapeworm, and so on until all of your organs are replaced by tapeworms. It's usually fatal, but the corpses do look fabulous. Oh man, that brings back memories. The Matryoshka diet is how I died. I miss fad diets. I used to get up to do the stupidest shenanigans just to get my hands on the latest food replacements. Whoa, are you guys talking about fad diets? Sign me up. I'll do anything that'll get me more ripped. Anything. Have you heard of the I'm Hotep cleanse? It's where you only eat things that came from a mummy. Mummies are rare, so you get super skinny, plus you get to rob tombs. You've heard of the paleo diet? Now try the Jurassic diet. You can't eat anything that isn't a dinosaur. Killing a T-Rex will get you super buff. Do the first one. Oh my god, gross. Oh dang, she didn't like that. My great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-granddad is a mummy. No way am I eating anything that came out of him. That's like food incest. I don't think that's how that works, but okay. Plus, everyone knows mummies are all carbs. The mere mention of robbing Polly's ancestor brings down a mummy's curse upon you. You lose 2 charm and 1 smarts. Mummies are so sensitive. Oh wait, she gave us a heart though. Okay. I see there's some like new kind of characters added here every now and then. There's Polly. You arrive at your chosen table to find Damien dejecting and hefting a ball of mashed potatoes while Polly sadly passes her hand through the same. Seriously, what do we have to do to get a food fight started in this cafeteria? I honestly do not know. I tried throwing potatoes at people and yelling food fight, but I think everyone is too scared of me to fight back. And I can't throw any food because of my stupid ghost hands. Plates, mirrors, antique furniture, sure, but not food. There's got to be a way to provoke a food war. My dads are always telling me to be more political. But we're not political. Your strength is hitting things, and my strength is being unbelievably hot all the time. Unbelievably hot, that's it. We'll set the cafeteria on fire. Dang. Wait, no, that's not a solution. That's just arson. Why do I always jump straight to arson? It's hard to watch them struggle through this by themselves, so you step in with an idea of your own. Wars are fought over scarce resources, steal everybody's food and put it in a pile. That ought to do it. Hey Polly, you know how the Greeks fought a whole war over Helen of Troy's face? We just need you to get kidnapped by Trojans. Maybe that. I like where your head is, but I'm not super into being kidnapped and shit. What if we skip some steps and some good old flashing? Polly floats up into the table and in a practice motion whips her top off. To the victor! This is a high school cafeteria. Polly's rash actions, except the roiling cauldrons of hormones, set it on fire, and tap dances on the ruins. Soon the air is thick with sausage and gravy. Potato crisps fly everywhere like flavored shrapnel. Polly puts her shirt back on, and now that everyone's too busy fighting to remember what they're fighting about. Looks like mine really were the tits that launched 1,000 chips. The view you just got makes that pun worth it.
Alright.
Okay, so now we need to increase our charm. Charm is dodgeball, so at the gym. That day an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team spirit, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. 2 charm. In the wake of all that, you overhear Miranda and Polly discussing a party. Oh, Polly, I am terribly excited for your upcoming party.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be sick. Hey, speaking of which, you got money, right? How about picking us up some party favors? Oh, I'd be delighted. How many balloons should I purchase? I don't care. Just make sure you get enough nitrous oxide to fill them all. What's nitrous oxide? Is that something the land dwellers breathe? Well, it's pretty much all I breathe, if that's what you're asking. I don't know about that. How about cake? What kind of cake would you like?
Lame.
Cake? I think you're mispronouncing cocaine. No, I'm pretty sure it's pronounced cake. I like mine with pink frosting. And I like mine injected into my eyeballs. And speaking of eyeballs, I don't think we're really seeing eye to eye right now. Too true. Perhaps your friend can suggest a mutually agreeable use for my vast riches. You should get Polly a piñata. You don't want anyone to get hurt, though. So the only real safe thing to fill it with is nice soft bags of cocaine. Miranda, you like clowns, right? I know this website that lets you hire clowns, firefighters, doctors, and tuxedo guys. It's called definitely-not-strippers.com, and it's 100% legit. First one.
Majestic.
Oh, I absolutely adore piñatas. But I have always feared them since a jeweled goblet fell out of the paper machine Mache Lama at my 13th birthday party and killed the Prince of Lemuria. Plus, piñatas are so hard to get since the Great Piñata Massacre. But cocaine is an excellent, harmless alternative to jeweled goblets and so much cheaper. I'll have my man order a pile of it immediately. Fuck yeah, party. Due to the global piñata shortage, you just end up with a big pile of cocaine. Oh darn. You gain +2 fun and +1 boldness. Nice.
Alright.
Okay. So let's increase our charm at the gym again. Dodgeball takes place. We raise the stakes. Man, hooray. 2 charm. Nice. Hey, darling. It's me, lovely fan favorite Polly. You know, I wasn't always a ghost. Yeah, this is about to get real. Hear me out. I used to be alive, but I died with unfinished business. Now I gotta live forever like this until I finish it. And you might ask, what's your unfinished business, fan favorite lovely Polly? I guess I can tell you. I never did a reverse Romanian Wilkinson. You know, sexually. Don't get me wrong, I love being immortal and walking through walls and shit. But my soul will never truly rest until I do that freaky sex move. Oh well. I've done that once loads of times. Just name a time and place and I'll reverse all over your Romanian Wilkinson. Throw a smoke bomb and escape while leaving a replica of yourself. That should buy you time to figure out what a first Romanian Wilkinson is. Okay. No. Before I'm gonna look that up. What is a reverse Romanian? I hope it. Let's see. Okay. So nothing popped up. Okay, so that's not an actual thing. It's just for the game. Whew. Alright. We'll just say this one. Okay, what? That's not how it works. You don't reverse all over my Romanian Wilkinson. Oh boo, I think you're trying to swallow more than you can chew. I mean, I have the feeling you don't even know what's the standard Romanian Wilkinson, am I right? You know what they say, you can't teach an old dog a new Romanian Wilkinson, because why are you trying to have complicated kinky sex with a dog? You're such an anti-perv, and that it's almost cute, but cute in a totally unappealing way. Like a puppy, which I just stated is something I have no interest in sexually. If you'll excuse me, I have to go wander the earth in the eternal fleshless torment until I find someone who actually knows about sex. What the heck? No, you wanted to play cool and maybe do the weird sex thing with Polly, but it seems like you suck at lying, so you lose 2 fun and 1 smart. Damn. Polly, come back.
Alright.
Okay, she's over here. Alright, I'm trying to comprehend your request. What is there to comprehend? It's really simple, Miranda. Take my cell phone, snap a pic of me, face planting in my food with my eyes closed and tongue out. But wherefore? Right here, Miranda. You're about to point out that wherefore means why. But luckily, Polly elaborates on her own, so you don't have to look like a fucking know-it-all. It's a new meme, Miranda, like planking or dabbing. It's called food poisoning, and it's dope as fuck. Don't you have cool trends in your kingdom? I suppose we do. Oh, we have a fun trend called Revere Your Rulers. It's where you show nothing but the utmost devotion for the royal family. If you're good at it, you get a lot of likes on social media and also not executed. Do you ever listen to yourself when you speak? I bet you know some pretty cool trends, don't you? Heck yeah you do, don't you? I surely do. It's entitled Silverware Wear, and it's where you take your most expensive cutlery and dressed in very fancy tiny outfits. Yep, it's called dyeing. Yes. Dyeing is my fucking fave. I mean, listen, the first time I did it, I was more like, okay, now I don't get to be alive anymore. But then when all the cool ghost stuff kicks in, was like, oh my god, dying is awesome. Everyone should die. I'm not sure I would be into this dying trend. But I do know that Daddy Rains helps many peasants achieve this meme, so it's nice to know that they are becoming super popular on social media in the process. Remind me not to ever hang out in Miranda's kingdom on break. But hey, maybe you and I could hang out and do some dyeing together. Yay, maybe, yay, yeah, yay. I guess just like lunches just boost your favoritism with them, I guess. Okay, so we need fun, so time to go outdoor. That day during recess, he started a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point there are like 300 people. Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension. The consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself, but who cares? You gain 2 fun. Hooray. Later, you see that Polly is even more excited than usual, and you decide to see what's going on. You know, I've been doing a lot of soul searching recently, get it? And I think I finally figured it out. Who I really am. I mean, my soul emoji, the emoji that speaks the truth of my soul. I think a lot of people would say I'm like the winking ghost emoji or the Pela emoji, but those are just who I am on the outside, you know? My real soul emoji is a pink heart with a blue arrow through it. It's like I'm sweet, right? But I've also got a dark side. Plus an arrow through the heart is how I was killed. What about you? What's your soul emoji? My soul emoji is a pink heart with a ribbon around it because it's right next to yours in the selection menu. My soul emoji is air horn, loud and proud, and big into hip-hop. Brr 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 brr. Think she'll like that. Oh. Have you ever even heard an air horn before? Everybody knows they go bam 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 bam, not brr 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 brr. You must be really boring if you don't even know what an air horn sounds like, bruh. The other option sounded very too cheesy for her to like, so. I bet you listen to jazz. Damn, ugh, jazz? What are you, a functional adult person with a fine taste in music? Go away. You lose 2 fun and 1 charm. Damn.
Alright.
Okay. Yep, we gotta work on our fun again, so outdoors. At one point, Juan the small magician Latino cat slips on a banana peel. You start to laugh at him. He asks you to stop, but you don't. You laugh so hard at him that you somehow steal 2 fun from him. Hooray! You're just getting ready to leave when you get a text from Polly. Hey babes, let's party. How can you refuse such a formal missive? You track her down immediately. Hey, you got my text. That's good, because I need some help brainstorming. I'm going to a party tonight, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be lame, and that needs to change. See, it's a costume party, you know, where everyone dresses up as their favorite humans. I'm going as a sexy tax attorney. But I'm not sure even the sexiest tax attorney can rescue this party from the depths of lamitude. So, got any ideas to help spice things up? Oh, you got some ideas, and they're the spiciest. Spike the punch with the mandrake root. It turns monsters into actual humans. Okay, so you go as a sexy tax attorney. I'll go as a sexy tax invader. I think she'll like this one. Bruh. Later that night at the party. Whoa, it's working. Everybody's totally turning into humans. Wait, why are they all wearing suits and drinking cocktails? What kind of party have you turned this into? A young man in a sharkskin blazer and American Psycho haircut slides up, siddles up to Polly and offers his business card. Oh no, this isn't a party at all anymore. It's a networking event. Run. You try to follow Polly, but she phases right through the door, leaving you stuck in a conversation about green subsides. You check your bottle of elixir, and sure enough, it wasn't mandrake fruit you use. It was businessman Drake. You lose 2 fun and 1 charm. Bruh.
All right.
Polly. You take your seat and, if you didn't know any better, you would say that it seems like Vera and Polly are almost more interested in their phones than they are in you. And you do know better, and you know that yes, that is exactly what's happening right now. It's nothing personal, it's just that Polly and I are very engrossed in texting our financial slave. Oh, it's this. Okay, I forgot, what did we choose for Vera? Because we just have to choose the opposite for Polly. I think it was like, tell him to marry a llama. Okay, yeah, it's this one. Oh my god, yes, that is everything to me. I actually had a dream just like that one time. Except it wasn't a llama, it was an alpaca. And it wasn't a wedding, it was a bar mitzvah. But other than that, it was exactly the same. Yeah, I don't think this is my scene. I'm gonna go check on my illegal law firm. Catch you weirdos later. I'm texting the financial slave right now, telling him to marry a llama. Oh, he's already typing, let's see. You will never believe this. It turns out the financial slave has actually been talking to a llama for a few months now through a llama monster dating site. He says he's a commitment phobe and he never really defined the terms of his relationship with the llama. And he keeps introducing the llama as a friend, but he knows now it's because he was just scared of being hurt. He's taking this as a sure sign that it's time to be brave and commit to the llama, and they're headed to City Hall for the ceremony right now. Of course he says he'll have to take his leave of our group chat since his heart and wallet now belong to another. Specifically a llama. Aw, isn't that the sweetest love story you ever heard? I'm so glad we got to make it happen together. This is the sweetest love story you've ever had, or something, but hey, maybe you and Polly will end up having a love story of your... Blech. Excuse me. Hi, Septicai. You just can't seem to keep your fun, huh? No. Apparently I cannot. But we also need to work on our charm. Aw, they're at the gym. We'll go outdoor. We'll do the fun. Okay. Too fun. Across the way, you see Polly flaying around wildly. There's a possibility that it's some kind of strange new dance move. But the intensity in her eyes make you feel like this is something you should investigate. Ah, yes, it would seem our dear Paulina has once again been indulging in super shrooms. They're like regular shrooms, but super. You hear a blood-curdling shriek and see a series of bright flashes. Polly drops her phone to the ground and crumples in horror. You and Liam go over and help her to her feet. Did you see that? The part where you took a selfie, shrieked a blood-curdling shriek, and crumpled to the ground? You do realize you can simply delete a bad selfie. No, Liam, not the selfie. That evil blinding light. The flash? That was no flash, you fool. That was the final proof I needed for something I have suspected a long time. Specifically, ever since I took those super shrooms. That my phone is evil, and now it has stolen my soul using arcane phone magic. I told you those shrooms were super. Sure, walk away. You don't have to believe me. I know what's true. The super shrooms are what allowed me to finally understand the truth of my phone's sinister intentions. You believe me, don't you? You have to help me get my soul back. Of course you believe, Polly. With logic like that, how could you possibly not? Don't worry, we just need to download the mobile update with the new patch that takes care of the soul-stealing bug. Here, I'll perform an exorcism to expel the soul from the phone. I mean, as it goes, I'm generally a little weird about exorcisms. You know how it is for my people. But in this case, it is definitely warranted. You pull a flask out of your backpack and prepare to sprinkle holy water on the phone. But the flask is full of vodka. That's okay though, Polly thinks that's awesome, plus the second flask you pull out has holy water. You light black and white candles and arrange them in a shape of a snack chat logo before placing the phone in the middle and liberally sprinkling the holy water, yelling what you hope is some convincing gibberish. Suddenly, a soul bursts forth from the phone. Whoa, you were not expecting that to work. Yo, thanks for saving me, bruz. See a long-haired shirtless dude wearing board shorts. Oh man, I guess the phone didn't steal my soul at all, and it really was the shrooms, but thank goodness we did have an exorcism anyway, since there was just randomly another soul trapped in there. I guess that makes sense, since I did find this phone next to the corpse frozen mid-scream. Well, half a corpse. Yeah, man, says the dude. Shark attacks will do that to you. Well, you're welcome. Us freeing you, but don't think for half a second I'm giving you this phone back. You seem cool, though. Want a party? He does. You, Polly, and the dead surfer dude have a great time burrowing down together. At one point, Polly hits you with what you assume is a flirty wink. Although it could be a lingering twitch from the super shrooms. Whatever. You get a new dead friend as well as 2 fun and 1 boldness. Hooray.
All right.
Okay, let's see. Time to boost our charm, so to the gym. We had dodgeball. Hooray. You see Polly looking unusually depressed. She's usually on hella good drugs at this time of day. You ask, what's up? I'm gonna live forever. I was yelling that at a party last night because they were playing the cheesy Fame song, you know, the one, how's it called? Oh yes, I'm gonna live forever, duh. But then I realized it's like literally actually true. And forever is like a really, really, really long time, you know? What if I run out of stuff to do? What if aliens take over and they ban partying? What if the Earth blows up and I want to live in space with dumb, boring space animals? I get bored when the bus takes an extra 10 minutes to arrive. How am I ever going to stay hyped for eternity? You don't have to. Whenever you get tired of existing, just go piss off a priest. Meth. Damn, what a dope way to go out. They'll be all like, she died the way she lived, as an abomination in the eyes of the Lord. Man, I've got so many cool ideas for how to piss off a priest. Dip all their little crackers in LSD. Pour jizz in the holy water. Write a translation of the Bible, but way pornier. Oh man, I'm gonna stay entertained for years just thinking up new ways to make a holy dude mad. Thanks. It's a good day to be you, and a bad day to be a priest. You gain 2 boldness and 1 creativity. Nice.
All right.
It's lunchtime. Okay, she's right here with Liam. You find Polly and Liam not eating as usual. You know, because they're undead. You know, the food in this cafeteria really is atrocious. It's hardly even worthy of my momentagram. Ha, what? I don't even eat the food. See, this is exactly what I mean. We can do so much better than these superb culinary abortions. Oh, I see what you mean. You mean the 2 of us should have a cook-off. What? No. Did you say something? I'm not listening because I'm so psyched about this cook-off. At no point did I agree to. I've got a huge advantage though, because I've cooked so many drugs. Oh, you think you got the advantage, huh? I've been alive for centuries of culinary history. It's on. The 2 of them dash into the kitchen, ignoring all the rules of law, school, and common decency as they commence cooking. 2 celebrity chef judges appear to critique the challengers. I think they're both equally horrible, says the cruel British judge. I think they're both equally marvelous, says the overly nice British judge. Both judges turn to you. What do you think, tiebreaker judge? Whose meal truly is the cat's pajamas? Liam's because I think that glass jar of fresh human blood really goes with the parsley he sprinkled on top. Polly's because she's literally just made a pair of pajamas for her cat. What? Unbelievable. That's not even food. What isn't even food? That pile of yarn you're knitting in front of a frying pan. That's clearly a set of pajamas for a cat. Oh, was it supposed to be food? Sorry, I forgot that what we were doing. Yes, it was supposed to be food, and yours obviously isn't. Oh yeah? Then how come it won the food contest, huh? Well, because... Yeah, that's what I thought. I'll catch you all later. I gotta go find a cat to put these pajamas on. Later, you run into Polly again, and she lets you pet her kitty, if you know what that means. It means you get to pet the cat she put the pajamas on. What did you think it meant?
All right.
Okay, we need to work on our smarts, so to class. That day you listened to your elders and learned valuable lessons. Sometimes, after all the monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school. You gain 2 smarts. Hooray. You're hard at work reorganizing your collection of magic stickers when you're interrupted by Polly. Can you help me with my homework? I have to write an essay on the perks of being a ghost. But I am a ghost, you know, so I've never stopped to wonder what's the best part is. Now I have to examine my life, and it's kind of launching me into an existential crisis. What is the true nature of the self? Is the mind separate from the body? What does it mean to be alive? Which is weird to worry about because, like, I'm not alive. I don't like thinking this is hard. Thinking hard is how I died. Don't ask me to explain that. What should I say in my paper? Been tricking all night without ever having to pee. Going skydiving, but your parachute is a live shark and you're jumping into a volcano and giving no fucks. Oh my god. Yes! Holy hell, I don't even want to write this essay anymore. I want to go skydiving with a shark, parachute into a volcano, with spears sticking out of it, and a bomb strapped to my chest. And a chainsaw instead of a safety belt, and my goggles are scorpions. Polly wanders up, still planning excitedly. You're not certain she's going to get her homework done, but there are more important things in life, or you guess in death, you gain 2 fun and 1 boldness. Nice.
All right.
Alright, time to work on our charms. So to the gym. We had dodgeball. We dunked on their homies. And we got 2 charm. Cool. Later you see Polly floating around, her ghostly glow, less ghostly than usual. Oh hey, I'm just hovering a little low today. Everyone seems so hyped about love, and I love being hyped, but I'm not really sure how this love thing works, you know? I thought I was in love once. I met a beautiful girl at a party and felt this strange magic. My temperature rose. I felt even floatier than usual. Everything was so bright and beautiful. I was ecstatic. But then I remembered that I had taken literal ecstasy, so it was probably just that. Classic mistake, am I right? I've had some pretty good highs, but they say being in love is the greatest high of all. The next time I'm on a date with someone, what can I do to fall in love? Or float in love, since gravity doesn't actually affect me. Oh, you don't want Polly to float in love with another person, but you like Polly just too much to not help her, despite the consequences. Scientifically speaking, people fall in love faster when afraid. Do something fun with them, like getting stabbed. Stare deeply into their eyes for 14 hours. Maybe this one. Oh. Oh my god, great point. I love science. I mean, I don't, but I love it when it gets me drugs or gets me laid. Loved. Not laid. Loved. In love. With that, Polly disappears literally to begin her quest for the terror that is love. She catches up to you a few days later. There you are. Guess what? Your plan sucked. I met this super cute humanoid on a horny dating app, trademark, and I spent the whole evening just hanging out in the dark alley waiting to get stabbed. But nobody stabbed us the entire night. All that happened is we saw some homeless guy pee on a stray cat and a sketchy drug dealer went down. And I couldn't even get in on the drug deal because I was busy trying to get knifed all up in here. Like, for real, what a ghost gotta do to get stabbed these days? So finally I got bored of waiting and just stabbed him myself. It did not help us fall in love. Because then he was just like, why did you stab me? I'm bleeding out, I'm dying, I hate you. And I was like, whoa dude, chill, I'm trying to be romantic here. If there's one thing I learned from the evening, it's that mortals don't like being bleeding out. You know nothing about love. But that's two things. Also, it's the opposite of how you want Polly to feel about you. You lose charm and smarts. Damn. Ah, poo.
All right.
Alright, she's over here. Listen, you can totally sit with us. I just hope you didn't bring a gun to a bazooka fight. Yeah, we're showing off our best flask. Well, not the best flask exactly, but the best contents. Good God, you're our literal actual flask of alcohol openly allowed in this school cafeteria. Are there no rules? Apparently not, because Polly starts setting a series of flasks down on the table. Okay, so this is beer, my WC wine, whiskey, ethy, alcohol, the soul of an infant. Ha, weak. This is a radioactive absinthe, this is fire, and this is literally poor life choices. Okay, but this one has another smaller flask inside. It is the ultimate flask. It could probably go on and like this for goddamn ever. Maybe you can cut it in with the craziest thing of all. But think carefully about whom you want to impress with your flask contents. Get ready for the most hardcore badass thing. This flask contains an ancient genie that grants you 3 wishes. I'm totally drinking it because I don't give a fuck. I grant my own damn wishes. Want to get dope pretty's party started? This flask has ultra whiskey, which you can only get when you get 2 bottles of the best purest whiskey and make them mate. Oh god. I feel like she might like this. Yes. Heck yeah, heck yeah, heck yeah, let's rage. I've always wanted to make ultra whiskey, but I could not get my whiskey bottles to fuck. I tried everything. Mood lighting, sultry music, chainsaws, you know, all the cliche romantic stuff. But it seems nigh impossible to get them to make sweet whiskey love. I almost started to think inanimate objects can't have sex, but I've had tons of sex with inanimate objects, so that was just silly. If you can make whiskey, X whiskey turns into ultra whiskey. We should definitely apply that principle all over the damn place. 2 cars to make a limousine, an orgy of Y-phones to become the Y-phone XXX, the most advanced update possible, duh. A microwave and a Russian novel to get a pair of designer shoes. Can't wait to create doper stuff than the world can even handle, probably. Well, the world probably doesn't need to worry about handling it because there's no way you can pull that insanity off. But yay for the plans with Polly.
All right.
Okay, so we need smarts and charm. So we'll go do charm. That day an epic dodgeball match takes place as usual. The hours of war being chucked at balls gives us 2 charm. Cool. It's only been 1 match, and you can see that Polly and Liam are already bored.
My sweet students.
Oh god. Tony the Tiger, please. Marvelous, my dear student athletes. This match was great, but I know the remaining 29 matches will be even greater. Time to get that blood pumping and those heart rates going. Why do we have to do this? I don't even have blood or a heart. Also, I hate playing with balls. Most of the time. You're right, Paulina. Physical extortion is for lesser beings with no conception of how to properly while away the hours. I'm not sure what you're saying unless you mean you're down to help me skip this bummer of a class. Indeed, but we need to do so cleverly so as not to get detention. Let's throw a surprise party for Coach like right now. Fake mustaches, they're always the answer. Yeah, let's throw a party for Coach right now. Sorry, Coach, we can't play anymore. What? Why? Because this is a surprise party for you. Fortunately, Polly always carries some party horns and lots of confetti with her. Surprise! Kids, really? Why? Because today is best coach in the world day. Me, the best coach in the world, only because I have the greatest students in the world. I'm so happy. Let's call it a day and enjoy this. Because in the end, joy is the main muscle of the heart. Isn't the heart the main muscle of the heart? No, the heart is like the captain of the muscles of the heart, or the muscles like the joy of the body. I can't remember. Whatever, coach. Let's party. I have the perfect thing for this. No, Polly, Coke is not the perfect thing for this. Even with no Coke, you have a great time together and you get to skip gym. Happy International Surprise Party Day. You gained 2 charm and 1 fun. Hooray.
Alright.
Alright, time to get our smarts up. The class. Alright, we're learning. We're learning. 2 smarts. Hooray. You're hanging out with Polly afterwards, and she's about to show you her latest dumb tattoo when suddenly... Never fear, my lady. I will save you from this lascivious cretin. It's the interdimensional prince, and he's apparently here to block your metaphorical... What the heck? Whoa, you're so sparkly. Are those tearaway pants? Sadly, they are not, my queen. My fashion sense does not operate on the same ethereal plane as your own. Well, I am persistently on fleek. I died on fleek, and so am cursed to roam the earth forever, eternally on fleek. It is this exact on fleekness which I seek. For you see, madame, I am in need of a fashionista such as yourself to plan the ultimate wedding. Ours. Ours? This could be bad. You know Polly's not above getting married as a one-off joke. You gotta stop this madness. Throw a party so dope Polly doesn't want to travel to another dimension. A party with sex lasers? Marry the prince yourself right now. She'll like the party. You steal the sex lasers from your school's highly controversial physics lab and get the party started. Great Zorblends of Gorlaxia. I didn't know you had such a sick parties in this dimension. Yeah, boy, this school is nationally ranked in the field of particle physics. I don't know what kind of snooty sororities you've got over there in the snooze dimension, but here at Spooky High School, we have sex with coherent lights. I am truly humbled by the heartiness of your party. I shall return to my dimension and lament the fact that it is a totally party wasteland. You don't even notice the prince leaving because you're too busy humping a laser. You gain 2 boldness and 1 fun. What the heck?
Alright.
Okay. We'll hang out with Polly. You find Vera and Polly at their table, deep in conversation. Alright, okay, the business ideas. And they're just both trying to figure out what's idea. For Vera, we say tapeworms, but for Polly, we're gonna say meth is what's for lunch. Oh yeah, you know, I was just complaining the other day that I made way more meth than I could ever do myself. The profit margin will be incredible. The problem is the name. Meth has a really terrible reputation. You need to rebrand. You mean come up with a new name like Skinny Fun Powder or Probably Not Meth? Yes, except not either of those. Oh, I know. I've got the perfect name. Don't say. Nipples! Kill me. But it turns out Nipples is the perfect name for a drug you want to sell to high school students. Polly makes a killing and drug dealing turns to be a very romantic bonding experience for the 2 of you. Interesting.
Alright.
Okay, so the last half is smarts and creativity. We'll do creativity. That day while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves had descended to give you a figurative blowjob. What the heck? Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. 2 creativity. Forget about that though, Polly's here and she looks ready to party, so basically just normal. There you are, my favorite party favor besides ecstasy. You ready to get crazy? You indicated through a heart-stopping glow stick maneuver that you are indeed ready to hit the clubs. The clubs? Not tonight, boo. Tonight we're gonna engage in my favoriteest pastime. Party crashing. I just love crashing parties and making them go wilder and crazier, you know? Tonight we're gonna crash this totally sweet baby shower I just heard about. Not the baby shower. And knowing you, I bet you've got some killer ideas for how we should crash it. Nothing amps up a baby shower like extra babies. Really crash into the party, like, with a boat. See, this is what I come to you for. Toot toot, all aboard the party boat. Using your advanced nautical knowledge and your proficiency in crime, you easily hotwire a boat and crash it into the party. Ahoy, landlubbers, where's the grog? Who's pregnant? It turns out the party was nautically themed, so the guests immediately start applauding what they think is a planned interruption. The host is forced to play along or look like an idiot who just lets boats crash into her party. You have a great time sharing rum, singing sea shanties, and giving the baby a sick anchor tattoo on her little unborn bicep. 2 fun and 1 charm. Oh boy. Who do we ask to prom? Well, it's Polly, of course. Ask Polly to the prom? Yes.
Alright.
You finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to the monster prom with you. Haha, not a chance in the world, darling. You're boredom on a stick. You bored me to death. And then what would I be? A meta-ghost? Pass. See ya.
And failed.
You couldn't get a date for the monster prom. Actually, you couldn't get a date for the rest of your life. Aw, bruh. Some nights alone in your bed, you wish sadness was an STD, because at least then you wouldn't be getting so much of it. Damn. That sucks. You got 16 new events and 18 new outcomes. Most likely to make a Pluto a planet again. Polly's quote, one less piece of unfinished business, suckers. I guess it's really what her thing is. That, I want to skip this. Oh my god. But her little side quests earlier. Okay. Before we try again for Polly, I will be right back. Alright, we're back. And here we go. Okay. We're gonna pick him again.
Alright.
Okay. And then all the cast. Alright, in time to take the quiz. School is outdated and lame. We need a new school subject ASAP. Turning people into your puppets through emotional warfare and deception 101. Critical thought, I mean, damn, this country could really use a subject like that in schools. How to correctly punch a crocodile without terrible consequences. I guess that one. You build a 100-foot statue commemorating an event so that in 1,000 years, archaeologists can learn something about the people of our time. What does the statue represent? Your least favorite political figure being devoured by a rabid rhinoceri, which are also covered in badass tattoos. That glorious instant when your friend stomped you from texting embarrassing stuff to your ex while hella drunk. That mind-blowing twist in your favorite TV show that clearly changed the life of everyone forever, unlike all that boring stuff they show on the news. Like the first one. You find a genie in a bottle. You can ask for whatever you want. What do you ask for? Infinite confetti, a rainbow that you can eat. Before asking for anything, you try to negotiate up to the 3 standard wishes. I don't ask for anything. I drink the genie from the bottle. I can grant my own wishes. Him to not be so cliche, a genie and wishes, so mainstream. His friendship. I think she likes infinite confetti. Yeah, okay, so their positions for the quiz is always the same. Their answers are just different. Alright, Polly. We're gonna try this again. Creativity is very low, goddamn. Life is hard after all it kills you. Random book I saw at Walmart. What a quote. Okay. Actually first, beforehand, let me look up I feel like Polly likes high stats. So, what stats do I use for Polly in Monster Prom? Okay, so it's boldness and fun that she likes. Boldness, fun, and smarts. So we're good on smarts. Boldness is at 9. Fun. Oh, we need to up our fun then. So we gotta go outdoors. And we gotta rave. Too fun. Hooray. Later, you, Polly, and Damien are practicing batting, which is stealing bats and hiding them in people's lockers. But all that well-intentioned fun and games is interrupted by a blinding flash of lights. Oh god. There you are, exactly the monsters we wanted to see. Well, needed, not wanted. These guys again? They never want to do anything fun. We're not trying to ruin your fun, we're just trying to save your world. Univertica is planning an attack. It's so boring. Why am I even subjecting my ears to this bullshit? I'm going back to hell. Yes, that's what we need. Our partner on this mission, Ribaro, died right after discovering Univertica's weakness. We need someone to speak to her spirit. Not it. Not it. Damn it. I said it almost at the same time. But I'm allergic to helping. This is a serious health issue. But I'm prettier, so I shouldn't have to do anything ever. Guys, seriously, the world will end if you don't help us. We don't care who, but one of you needs to step up. Whatever, just let the world end already, then I won't have to take my midterms. I'm with Polly on this one. Midterms suck. Helping people sucks. Good luck with whatever you said your problem was. Well, the problem is the world ending. You're pretty sure nobody wants that. But you don't really want to help either. Time to impress one of your classmates by forcing the other one to go help. What's the matter, Damien? Are you scared? Are you a spicy little red baby? You're welcome, Polly. You know, Polly, saving the world is a great way to get free drugs and alcohol. Yo, Damien, you owe me one? We'll rescue Polly. I'm not a spicy red baby. I'm a spicy red adult. I'm just busy, okay? I've got way too much to do without worrying about whatever lame thing you're talking about. The end of the world? What are we talking about is the end of the world? What is wrong with you people? Damn, well, if the world ends, I can't really beat the shit out of people or set things on fire. You win this round, Polly. He still doesn't look super thrilled about it, but he bounces down to the underworld to search for the Coven's lost ally. After a while, he returns. Found your pal. She says Univertica is allergic to penicillin. Hope that helps because it took a full 20 minutes out of my day. Penicillin? Of course, we should have known. Thank you for this, Damien. You have saved the world. Truly, you are a hero. Yeah, sure, whatever. Bounce off so I can get back to rating butts on this butt rating app I just downloaded. Truly, you are the worst. Here's hoping the universe stays safe a while longer so we don't have to deal with you all again. In a flash of light, the Coven is gone, leaving you, Damien, and Polly in peace to not worry about all that stupid world-saving stuff. Hey, thanks for covering for me. That was pretty spicy yourself. Hell yeah, it was. The important thing is you impressed Polly, but also the world didn't end, which is cool too. You gained 2 boldness and 1 charm. Nice.
All right.
It's lunchtime. Okay, Polly is with Damien. Listen, you can totally sit with us. I just hope you didn't bring a gun to a bazooka fight. Okay, it's this. We're showing off our best flask. Okay, so we've already done this before. And we gotta make them mate. Heck yeah, let's rage. Okay, we already know what she's gonna say. She's happy about mating inanimate objects with one another.
All right.
Alright, so smarts is 7, boldness 11, and our fun is 7. Let's increase our... We'll increase our fun again. And then we go to the rave. 2 fun, hooray. Later, you're minding your own business when you see Polly floating down the hallway, texting, just as you're about to approach her. There you are, Polly. I've been following a scent, the scent of betrayal. What are you talking about, buddy? I haven't been pulling any pranks at all lately. Some very unfunny person messed with my sports gear. They put a left sock in my right shoe and my right sock in my left shoe. Polly, I know we're best bros and you would never do a prank to me, but I think you did this prank to me. I smelled you. No, you didn't, because ghosts don't have a scent. Maybe not to a normal person, but a werewolf can smell anything, and ghosts smell like algebra and global warming. Right. Well, if ghosts don't smell, then what am I smelling? Of course ghosts smell like ecstasy spiked rose wine in Victoria's seance lingerie. It sure is a mystery. Hop in my van and we'll go solve it, Scott. Ecstasy spiked rose wine? Dude. Do you know how much product it takes to get fucked up when you don't have a body? A lot. And substances for the unobsessane don't come cheap. I would never, ever waste time and money by putting ecstasy in wine just for the smell. If I made reckless choices like that, I wouldn't have the cash flow to even float into Victoria's seance, much less buy anything. So I'm sure that wasn't what Scott smelled. It wasn't. What I smelled was the worst odor of all, the betrayal of a friend. Scott shoots a heartbroken look at Polly and at you, and sulks off. Polly runs after him. Wait, Scott, I'm sure whoever played that prank on you was just trying to be funny. Yikes, better brush up on your undead substance abuse knowledge. That's what's in the air. Why, it's the sour smell of failure. You lose 2 smarts and charm. But Polly liked it, so I'm confused a bit. Alrighty, so now we gotta go increase... what stats did I say? Boldness, fun, and smarts. Oh, they say at least keep boldness above 10 and fun above 15. Increase the chance of her, like, going to prom with us. Okay, so then, oh, outdoors, there's the shopkeeper there. So we'll do boldness instead. And we skip class to boldness. You're hanging out with two of the baddest asses you know, generally being bad and asses, when suddenly a masked villain bursts into the inn and threatens you. I have been waiting a long time for this confrontation. He says, following you, hunting you, waiting for the perfect moment, and now prepare to meet your doom and pay for all that you've done to me. Ah, holy shit, I've never done anything wrong to anyone ever. I have no idea who this could be. I've done so many things wrong to so many people, I have no idea which one you could be. Wonder no more, says the masked villain and rips his mask off. Oh my god, of course, it's that guy, the one from, you know, I mean, you totally know this guy, right, Damien? Never seen this dude before, he must have beef with them. I have beef with all of you, tiny fools. It is an Univertica Junior. Oh, of course, Univertica Junior. No clue. You collaborated with your three best friends to destroy my father. Scott, Vera, and Miranda? No way, he means Liam, Coach, and Alfred. I mean Faith, Hope, and Joy. I have no idea who the fuck those people are. Is that the name of the coven? Yeah, I literally never heard of them. Puny mortals, they are the classmates of yours who formed a coven. Oh, the coven. They have names? Yeah, I definitely always think of them as pretty much one entity. Oh yeah, right. That one time they made us talk to their dead friend, Ribaru, to get the secret to killing some lame villain, and it turned out he was allergic to penicillin, right? What was that dude's name? Univertica, and I am Univertica Junior, and now you will all pay. Seems like you really pissed this bad guy off. Luckily, you watch fiction. You know this shit goes down. Think quickly, you. Take this opportunity to reveal your real plan. You were only befriending the coven to betray them. Recognize the symbol on his armor as that of your father. You and Vertica Jr. are siblings. I guess? Univertica Jr. I always heard that a long lost sibling, but you? You, I never would have guessed. I mean, I suppose I do see the resemblance. We both have eyes, limbs, torsos, the ability of human speech. Do you have any idea what this means? I have a Groupon for a whole day of fun sibling activities, but until now I had no one with whom to indulge. Will you come with me, you sibling? I mean, you gotta say yes, right, or risk blowing your cover. Also, you're broke as high school monster with a very limited money to your name. Who are you to turn down a free spot, eh? Before you could give an answer, Univertica has spirited you away to a really badass spa for all kinds of evildoers. You get really trendy virgin blood manicures and spider silk facials while wearing matching fluffy pink slippers and dragon scale battle armor. You go shopping for cute back to villainy outfits. And then at the end of the super fun day, you decide to see if Univertica Jr. can be defeated by penicillin like his father. And from the way he died after you slipped him some, you're thinking it's a yes. Crushed it. 2 boldness and 1 smart for you. And you're totes keeping all the swag your temporary big brother bought you before you killed him. Also, you totally impressed Polly and Damien. Hooray.
All right.
Okay, so boldness is 15, so we're good. So we need to work on fun. But they're right here. You arrived at your chosen table to find Damien defectively hefting a ball of mashed potatoes while Polly sadly passes her hand through the same. Oh, okay, so it's the food fight thing. So we have to make Polly flash herself. Wars fought over scarce resources. Nope, this one. I like where your head is, but I'm not super into being kidnapped and shit. Alright, and then she starts the food fight by flashing everybody. And everyone's like, yeah!
Alright.
Alright, time to increase fun. Oh, it's outdoors. Alright, the rave. Too fun, hooray. Polly grabs you by the arm so the two of you can talk, but of course she doesn't stop dancing for even a second. Yo, this party was super crazy. For like the first 15 minutes. Now it's just regular crazy, which is fine, but I want to take it to the next level, you know? I want this party to be criminally insane. I want to be a danger to itself and others. I want psychiatrists to prescribe medication to this party, and then I want to take that medication. Are you with me? Obviously you're with me. I'm hot, and hot people are always right. So how do we kick this party up a notch, huh? Most normal parties only exist in 4 dimensions, but I made a machine that will let us party into the 5th dimension. Let's steal a bunch of helicopters, stretch a net battle between them, and party on that. How about the 5th dimension? Booyah! Party gun activate. You fire your 5th dimension party gun at the rave and immediately realize that you should have tested it beforehand. It accidentally accessed the 6th dimension instead, which is exactly like our dimension, except it's ruled by evil scientist busts. And not cool sexy butts either. Gross nasty butts switch beards. Ah, I never thought I'd say this, but get those butts away from my face. You can't. It's too late. The dimensional rift has opened, and the butts are here to stay. You lose 2 fun and 1 charm. Aw, man.
Alright.
Okay, time to do fun again. More raving. We can't stop, but to get the fun. You notice Liam and Polly taking a break from the rave. You dance over to join them. Yeah, we were just talking about the insane music festival we're going to this weekend. You're going, right? Shit, you forgot to get tickets. They're probably all sold out now, and there's no way you can afford to pay a scalper. Obviously, you tell them you're going, though. You've never let the truth get in the way of talking to hotties. Yes, I can't wait. All my favorite bands are gonna be there. Boo Radley, Imagine a Fucking Dragon, an actual dead mouse. Personally, I am most excited about Veggie Scales. Their lead guitarist is a cucumber. It's never been done before. Hello, friends. What are we talking about? It is a grand ball? Oh, sort of. It's like a grand ball, except everyone is more naked, and the dancing is sexier, and there are a lot more drugs. What is drugs? You know what? You wouldn't understand. It's a peasant thing. No, wait, this is perfect. If you could convince Liam and Polly to invite Miranda to the music festival, maybe she'll cover your ticket too. If a party happens in the forest and there are no party virgins to be bewildered by it, is it really a party? You know, guys, if we bring Miranda, her royal status will give us diplomat immunity. Did you say virgin? But are you not? Of course I am. I'm a princess, and I'm sick to death of nefarious warlocks trying to tempt me into the woods to be sacrificed. We're not warlocks, and even if we were, only a vanishingly small percentage of warlocks actually. Liam, now's not the time to get your high horse about warlocks' rights. I knew it. You're warlocks, all of you, I swear. It's enough to make me long for my deflowerment. With all the trouble it causes me, it's hardly worth the ability to attract and imprison unicorns. Miranda stomps off in a puff, followed by a 15 unicorn. One of the unicorns offered to sell you a ticket to the festival, but you can't afford it. Lame. You lose boldness and smarts. Fuck.
Alright.
Damn, Polly hangs out with Liam a lot. Liam and Polly aren't alone at their table. They're flanked by 2 beefy hobgoblins in school security uniforms. What do these 2 have bodyguards now? They aren't bodyguards, they're food guards. Principal Giant Spider found out we weren't eating during lunch, so he assigned guards to us because he thinks we have an eating disorder. And we do have an eating disorder. It's called being dead. Except it's not an eating disorder, it's an identity and a lifestyle. death style. Whatever, the point is that they won't let us leave until we eat in our food. Which will be never. And I have a meeting of the Smug Superiority Club to conduct next period. I can't be late. If you could just figure out a way around these food guards for us, I'd be super grateful, like in a sexy way. Well, you can't say no to that. Time to enact your friendlishly clever plan. Dump all of Polly's food into Liam's plate. Dump all of Liam's food into Polly's plate. We'll dump Polly's into Liam's. With all the deftness and raw sexuality of Indiana Jones, you empty Polly's food into Liam's plate and his lap. Stop that. It's too much food. I can't even artfully arrange it for a decent food pick. Meanwhile, I seem to have eaten 100% of the food on my plate. No problem. Nothing to see here. Luckily for you, Polly and the Hobgoblins are complete idiots with no object performance. They instantly believe Polly's lie. You traitors, I thought we were in this together. You thought? That was your first mistake. I say hi all the time, so I never think. You and Polly ditch the cafeteria, then ditch school, and then do so many drugs you end up in a ditch. So responsible. Wow, what a fun time.
Alright.
Okay, we need more fun, so back outdoor we go. Rave all day, every day. You notice Polly and Scott on the lawn doing something. Polly is chewing determinedly a hula hoop, while Scott slowly covers himself in sunglasses. Despite your better judgment, you ask what they're doing. Yoga, bro. What does it look like? Liam said we should practice some yoga in order to cleanse our bodies of all the drugs and sports. And I was like, sure, I'll try anything once, so here we are doing yoga. It seemed like a lot of work to look up yoga on the internet, so instead we just made an educated guess based on it. Actually, nothing. Oh man, what if we're doing it wrong? Yeah, like, do you know anything about yoga? Do you have any tips for how to do yoga the best? Focus on deep, mindful breathing. You need yoga pants. Yoga pants? Are those like pants made of yoga or pants that do yoga? No, silly. I think he means yoga pants, like breathing really fast. Oh, I'm great at panting. It's one of my top 5 skills. Watch me do it. But Scott breathes so fast, he hyperventilates. He falls over into Polly, crushing her. This isn't yoga. This isn't yoga. What's happening? Where am I? Oh no. Am I bad at panting? I'm bad at panting and yoga. The only thing you have succeeded at is further undermining Scott's self-confidence. He leaves 2 charm and 1 fun. Ah, damn. Damn, we have no charm.
Alright.
Okay, time to do fun again. More rave. Okay. Hooray, too fun. You notice Polly staring at her phone with an uncharacteristic intensity. She really looks so much happier sorting through dick pics. Better investigate. Oh hey, I'm just checking out information on possible afterlives. Like, I'm not gonna spend my time at a high school student for all eternity. Who does that? I've collected some pamphlets in various afterlives, and I'm looking into getting pros and cons of each option. It's just such a big decision, you know? I mean, this could affect the rest of my afterlife. Do you know anyone who went to any of those afterlives? Which afterlife are you into? A soft and enveloping cloud in the sky made of hundreds of adorable, fluffy, precious, tiny, perfect kittens. Nothing less. Oh, the first one? Oh my god, yes. The most yes, the maximum yes possible, YASSS. It's amazing because you know that the biggest complaint about kittens is that they're perfect, adorable balls of fluffy cuteness armed with tiny knives on their paws, which they have no problem jabbing into people with absolutely no notice. You know who can't feel the pain of tiny kittens' claws? Ghosts, bitches. I can literally roll around on a cloud of kittens and feel nothing except their tiny, fluffy softness. No fear of claws. I'm definitely going to work on my essay for Cloud Kitten World. Maybe something along the lines of why I deserve to snuggle cats because of that one time I pity fucked a werepanther. Maybe I can get you to write my letter of recommendation. Fingers and tiny fur paws, cross that I get in, and hope to see you there one day. Did Polly just say she hopes that you die? Well, if it's to reunite with her, I guess that's probably fine. Aren't you just dying to take her to Monster Prom? You gained that terrible joke to use again later when recounting this history, or this story, as well as 2 creativity and 1 charm. Hooray.
All right.
It's lunchtime. Polly's with Liam again. When you arrive at their table, you find that Polly and Liam aren't eating. They're just taking pictures of their food. Welcome to the don't need to eat so we just take dope food pics zone, baby. We believe that food like heavy construction machinery should be seen and not tasted. Yeah, I mean, have you ever tasted heavy construction machinery? Have you? I don't know, maybe. My weekends are usually kind of blur, like last Saturday. There would be plenty of time to chronicle your sexploits later, Polly. Right now we need to focus on these food pics. While Liam and Polly are busy bantering, you were busy arranging a dope food pic of your own, and now to complete your masterpiece. A food pic, but instead of food it's just a bottle of whiskey with ketchup on it. A food pic of Liam taking a food pic. So meta. I feel like the first one? Yes. Oh my god, yes. I love liquid lunch. Wait, but you don't eat or drink. That's why I allowed you at my extremely cool food pic table. How do you even drink liquor? Duh, I make an alive person drink it and then I possess them and suck the drunkenness out of them, obviously. I suppose that's not too terribly dissimilar to how I get drunk, but why put ketchup on the whiskey bottle? So it counts as food? You can't just drink a bottle of whiskey without ketchup on it for lunch. That wouldn't be a meal. You can't argue with that logic, nor do you want to, because then how would you justify getting drunk at lunchtime? I mean, I guess? What?
All right.
Alright, time to increase fun again. Rave. Yee yee. And then we get 2 fun. Hooray. Suddenly you see Polly vomit ectoplasm all over her cell phone. You rush to help her. I just got my 97th hey as an opening line on horny dating app trademark. I just had to puke out of pure boredom. Hey? Hey? What am I supposed to do with hey? Whatever happened to reaching out to someone with a fierce dick pic? People are just copy-pasting hey and sending it to every monster that looks halfway interesting. What about you? Are you a hey person too? I hope not. If you read the horny dating app trademark profile of a fun-loving spectral delight such as myself, what would you say to me? You're beautiful. Are you drugs because I want to do you all night? Are you drugs? Hell yeah, drugs. It's a great opening line. Also, let's do drugs. You wake up an indiscriminate amount of time later feeling like shit. But happy about it, so like unicorn shit where it's rainbows or something. When you run into Polly later, she's grinning like a lunatic and it's clear something went down. Maybe one of you? Hey there, cutie patootie. I had the best time the other night. We should really do all this again sometime. And I mean all of it, even that zoo animal style stuff. You left a couple of things at my place. I put them outside your locker. With that, Polly disappears, leaving you to wonder exactly what transpired between you and what article of clothing you have left behind. But when you open the box marked you, all you see are a pair of handcuffs and the last surviving brisky pigeon. Neither of those things are yours, but you would hate for poor Polly to think you're lame. Apparently, when she said zoo animal stuff, she meant stealing a bird. So it seems like maybe you guys didn't so much have sex, but she clearly wants to spend more time with you, so hell yeah. You go home with a huge grin and a new pair of handcuffs, and the last surviving... Whoops, what was that last surviving brisky pigeon? You should be more careful with your belongings. Irrelevant, you gain Polly's admiration and 2 charm and fun. Hooray.
All right.
Alright. I think we're gonna go to class now. Alright, we listen to the lectures and we get 2 smarts. While you may be taking your education seriously for once, Polly sure doesn't seem to be. She smells like a distiller and got drunk and banged another distillery. She can barely sit up in her chair. The teacher asked her what the capital of Spain is. 11. Oh wait, nope, that's wrong. I meant X, where X is the correct answer to this question. The teacher stomps over to Polly's desk, grabs her by the chin, and sniffs her breath. Polly, she asks, are you drunk in class? Uh-oh, this is one question with no right answer. You better cause a diversion before Polly gets found. Release the ferrets. Say Polly's not drunk. You're drunk. Release the ferrets. You pull the cage out of your backpack marked in case of emergency. Release ferrets. The ferrets spread everywhere, crawling up skirts and biting ankles. Everybody's screaming and jumping up on their desk. Nah, teach, I'm not drunk. There's just ferrets everywhere. I'm allergic to ferrets, or whatever. It seems like a reasonable excuse in this context. Class ends early so Crazy Martin, the werebear janitor, can bring in Abercrombie and Pest Control Snake. You gain 2 boldness and fun. The Polly's internal gratitude.
All right.
Oh, she's with Vera this time. Not the teacher just being here. You arrived at Polly and Vera's table to find them eating. Wait, both of them? Oh, yum yum. I sure do love food and eating. Looks at this food go in me. Yes, this cafeteria's Sloppy Joe truly has a subtle flavor profile. Finally, you notice the cause of this absurdity. A well-dressed businessman sitting at the next table watching both women intently. Oh yeah, I know you like this, baby. My eating is realistic and erotic. Be cool, Polly. The man wants to pay us for eating in front of him, not screaming about eating. Is this not what eating is? I forget. While Vera tries to explain eating to Polly, the businessman shyly approaches you and gives a small bow. Much obliged, friend, he says in a soft voice. Are these 2 fine ladies your friends? I must confess that I have searched far and wide for a suitable candidate to fulfill my rather unusual fetish. Paying a student at a high school for monsters to eat food while I watch politely from a distance. What the hell? But I find myself unable to choose which of these 2 beauties to hire. The snake-headed one possesses a certain grace. Yeah, pay me, motherfucker. Pay me to do a thing I was going to do anyway. But the translucent one has such passion. I don't even want the money. This is just fucking weird, and I love it. In your opinion, the businessman finishes, which would be the wiser choice on my part? The Gorgon, obviously look at how many mouths she's got on her head. The ghost for sure, I've never seen someone eat so convincingly. This businessman nods thoughtfully. You know, you're right. Never before have I believed so fully that someone was actually eating real food. Yep, that's me, eating real food with my real mouth and teeth. Are you kidding me? That's convincing to you? The food is falling right through her body onto the floor. Don't hate me just 'cause I'm efficient at eating. Don't worry, I hate you for others, more private reasons. What? Sorry, you can't hear you. Too busy eating real food. You team up with Polly to make her eating even more realistic. She passes her food through her body to you, and you just eat it for her. It's pretty hot. Okay, that's kind of gross. Alright, so boldness is up, fun is up. Let's try to get smarts up again, so to class. Alright. 2 smarts, hooray. Pretty soon you're fast asleep, having a wonderful dream involving caterpillars and maple syrup. Suddenly, Polly and Damien are in your dream with you, except they're not naked like they usually are in your dreams. Hello there. Yo, wake up. We need your help, you goddamn narcoleptic. You wake up just in time. Damien was about to give you up and start hitting you with the desk. Jesus, dude. Alright, here's the situation. Miss Boogeyman just passed out a pop quiz on history of misunderstood abominations. This is bullshit. I don't even do regular quizzes. So obviously, we were gonna ask to copy your task. But you've been asleep this whole time, which is honestly a pretty rad move, but it doesn't help us. So who should we copy instead? You're about to tell them that if you can sleep through this class, they can talk this much during a test. It's probably not a very serious class. But this is clearly an opportunity to score some points with these two, so you give them some top-notch advice. Copy Liam, he's into all that social justice shit anyway. You know who definitely has the answers? The teacher. Copy her. Liam. You point Polly and Damien towards Liam's desk. But what you thought was Liam was actually just a push broom wearing a pair of tight jeans. God damn it. Something seems wrong with that, Liam. Can't put my finger on it. There's a whole lot of wrong with this Liam, Damien. Look, he hasn't answered a single question on the test. Thanks a lot, Liam. And thanks a lot, sleeping duty. Nice one, Polly. Now let's put this loser back to sleep. Damien happily beats you back to unconsciousness. This has been happening a lot since they started letting brooms attend class. You lose boldness and smarts. Ah, man. Alright. Oh shit, she's at class now. We'll increase her boldness, so to the bathroom. That day you skip class and go to the bathroom. Okay. And then we get to boldness, hooray. Suddenly you smell the distinct odor of rotten eggs, nail polish remover, and chocolate syrup. This can only mean one thing. You kick open the door of the stall to find...
Hi.
Yo, what's up? Did you come to try my latest batch of toilet wine? My normal tasting group isn't here yet, probably because they're all dead. I've never let that stop me from getting drunk though, so it really is no excuse. You know, I expected my toilet wine to be a lot more popular at the school. I mean, I'm selling wine at a high school. You'd think kids would be lined up around the block. But my only repeat customers are the couple of homeless dudes and Barry the masochist swamp monster. And you're here to try it too, right? No? Oh, then you must be here to help me with marketing. Come on, help me figure out how to make Polly's totally legit toilet wine a success. Sell it to the military as a chemical weapon, pour it in people's mouths while they're sleeping. Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Once people have had a taste of Polly's toilet wine, they'll be craving more. Literally, I put heroin in this wine. Good thing I bought this medical grade funnel for that funnel party last weekend. Let's get pouring. You and Polly spend all night together pouring various liquids into sleeping people's mouths. You sort of forget about the wine that started pouring all kinds of things, and not much of a marketing campaign after all. But you know what they say, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey, and pouring things into strangers' mouths. You gain 2 fun and 1 creativity. Hooray.
All right.
Alright, Polly. Strange, you could have sworn Polly and Damien were at this table when you picked it. Hey, loser, down here. It's us, Polly and Damien, hiding under this table for totally innocent reasons. A ferocious roar sound from the door of the cafeteria. Crazy Martin, the werebear janitor, is here, and he's looking for someone. Oh shit, he's here. Why is he after us anyway? I think what we did really falls under federal jurisdiction. International law, more like. Those munchkins were Canadian citizens. Now that you mention it, I think we might actually have to face a war crimes tribunal. Worth it though, right? Oh, totally. As long as we can get away from Buzzkill the bear over there. Just hide in the ghost zone, you know, the special alternate dimension only ghosts can use. Hide behind diplomatic immunity. I mean, you're both princes of hell, right? Isn't it? Yeah. But I can't hide in the ghost zone. I'm not a ghost. I guess you should have thought of that before you spent all the time being alive, huh? Being alive isn't a choice. Well, okay, I don't have time to sit here and argue pro-life and pro-choice with you, my dude. See you in the ghost zone. No, you won't. You can't follow Polly into the ghost zone, but from the way she winks at you before crossing over, it looks like you're one step closer to the bone zone. Bruh. Alright, last moment
All right.
before prom. Let's try to increase our class. Or our smarts. Two smarts, Ray. But none of that matters because tonight you're going on a date with Polly to the casino. Ah, yeah, I love casinos. They're combined my three greatest loves. Bad life choices, risks, addiction, and getting fucked up. Did I say three greatest loves? I meant three. The number between 3 and 5. Sorry, I'm already pretty blasted because I'm so excited about this casino. Come on, let's make some distractions, financial decisions. Show me how physically irresponsible you can be, baby. You heard the ghost. What you gonna do? Walk up to the closest blackjack table and bet it all in red. Find the nearest horse race and literally bet your life on it. That. Well, I can't believe there's a racetrack inside this casino. That's usually not how it works. Yeah, of course, that's not how it usually works, but monsters don't normally go to high school either, so shut up. How much money are you going to bet? Wait, why did you write my actual life on a piece of paper, sign it on blood, and hand it to the bookie? I don't know what's going on, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be sweet. You bet your immortal soul on a horse called Best Horse? It seems like a safe bet. It's so sweet that you're willing to die and become a ghost with me just for laughs at a casino. That's not what this is at all. You're taking a calculated risk. You don't want to die. You don't want to. Phew, looks like Best Horse wasn't named ironically at all. All the other horses are dead, and you win. The odds being that they are, the bookie awards you your life plus 3 more lives. Apparently, you weren't the first person to try actually betting their life on a horse race still. You'd rather be derivative than dead. You gain 2 fun and 1 money. Hooray! It's time to ask her to prom. Her stats are pretty high, so hopefully she'll say yes. Who will you ask to prom? Polly, of course. Ask Polly to the prom? Yes.
All right.
You finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to Monster Prom with you.
Yes.
She said yes! It'll be epic, boo. Shit, we'll get pretty wild pretty soon. Only one thing. If I were you, I'd get some good life insurance. Just in case. You ate some good old... Oh, we got achievement. Casanova. You or another player got your very first prom date. Let's take a pic of it. Nice. Look at us. You ate some good old ayahuasca cupcakes to make sure that the date would be as crazy as possible. Look at us. Then you spent all night dancing at prom. Or that was what you thought you did. In reality, you were in the middle of the desert dancing with 3 wizard hobos, a guy in a stuffed animal costume, and the incarnation of an ancient god. Still, best night ever. Oh, is that it? We got 16 new events, 16 new outcomes. We're most likely to survive a year drinking only his own pee. What the fuck? Polly's coat. Whoa, there's shrooms. Just kicked in. What's that about a coat? Salami. What the frick? That's so random. Okay, let's see what this end card is. Those 6 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After the monster prom, we kept living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened and it was wonderful. Scott and Polly started attending yoga classes. They were highly underwhelmed by the real thing. Damien became an interior designer specializing in tormented machines. Last month, Vogue magazine called his products the refined marriage between macabre and chic. Vera kept being fierce, strong, and stunning. Some haters once said adult life would put that mean bitch in her place. But you know what? Vera ended up making adult life her own bitch. For those 6 weeks, the monster prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone, just like that. The battle for monster prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles left in the war called youth. But once again, we were young and afraid, and we were ready to start. Is that it? And it does the same thing all over again. But hooray! We got to go to prom with Polly. Okay. Well, that sure was something. At least we got, we actually were able to get a date this time. Although, she had something going on where her unfinished business But oh well. Maybe we'll get to it at another time. But until then, that'll be it for today's stream. So thank you so much. Take care, have a good one, and see you next time. Goodbye.